Ever wondered why you're constantly tired? You might be trapped in burnout. Here are 5 phases. Let me know if any of this pertains to you. So, like and subscribe to this video. Burnout really is a psychological condition to chronic workplace stress. There are 5 phases of it. A lot of times we think that burnout comes on and off, but it doesn't. It slides and glides in. So, here are the 5 phases of burnout. Let me know which one of these pertains to you. Like and subscribe, and make sure you follow to the end so that you can let me know which one might be the type of burnout that you're in. All right. So, part one, phase one is the honeymoon phase. So, with that, you are still feeling very energized about your job or the state that you're in, right? So, you feel like you can make a great impact, whatever it is that you're doing. Yes, you can pat yourself on the shoulders or on the back because you feel like you have done a great job. Then you have the onset of stress. That's phase two. So, with the onset of stress, you might start feeling a little bit of either an excessive amount of unrealistic expectations that you are placing on yourself or the company or organization is placing on you. You start to have a little bit of some symptoms, like maybe a little digestive symptom, but it's just very mild. Then we have chronic stress. With chronic stress, you start to feel overwhelmed. All right, the overwhelming feeling is coming on. You're starting to get some digestive symptoms, such as, am I having peptic ulcer? Am I having chronic headaches? Am I having a migraine? Is this a tumor? You start to go ahead and try to figure it out. You're going to the doctor all the time. You're getting scanned. You're getting scoped from the top to the bottom. And guess what? Everything's coming out fine because this is what? Chronic stress. Then you move on to phase four. And with that, you are now in what? Burnout. So with burnout, it's regulated by the 3 Ds. It's depletion of energy. So you are exhausted. So get up tired, go to work tired, come home tired, drained, right? Then you start to have some emotional detachment. That's when you're at work and you're saying, you're very cynical. Everything is getting on your nerves. You go in and you're annoyed. You leave, you're annoyed, right? And then the last part too is that depersonalization. So whatever it is that you're doing, you do not feel as if you're having an impact. So you're doing all of this work. People are telling you you're doing a great job, but you come home and you do not feel like you're having an impact. Now, here's the thing about life. When you do things, you want to be rewarded, and you have this reward center in your brain, right? So when I do things, yes, I do it for the sake of doing it. But when you get rewarded, such as when I say to you, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me with such and such, and you're saying, oh, no problem. But there's still a reward center within you. When you're in the throes of burnout, that center is gone. You do not feel as if you're having any impact. And what does that do? It is what it is. That's where you enter. You enter to a place where you feel empty, you feel helpless, and you're just like, why am I even here? That is the bridge to the fifth part, which is the crisis phase. Now, in the crisis phase, you are really, really heading in to the almost like a bridge to depression and anxiety, right? You are feeling hopeless and helpless. You might not want to get up out of bed. You might not even want to go to the shower. It's bad enough. Earlier, you might have been in front of your building and giving yourself some self motivation to go into work. When you're in crisis mode, you might not even get up out of bed. Why? Because you're thinking, what is the use? What's the purpose of me being here? What's the purpose of me doing this job? I don't feel any type of, like we talked about, reward. None of that. So it's like, what's the use? Now, one thing, if you're feeling, what's the use for me being here at this job? You know, that's one thing. If you're feeling, what's the use of me being here on earth? Then we're moving over into the mental illness zone. Now, to be clear, they have not completely made burnout a mental illness, but it's a close cousin because some of the symptoms are so similar to depression and anxiety. Now, what are some of the things? You might start having what we call intrusive thoughts. What are intrusive thoughts? Thoughts that are just coming in your mind without you really wanting it there, such as, man, it doesn't even make any sense. What's the point of you even being here? You're just a waste of time. You know, those thoughts that just tell you and make you feel worse about yourself? Intrusive thoughts. The ones that get you more and more depressed? Intrusive thoughts. So, when you think about those 5 phases of burnout, the honeymoon phase, onset of stress, chronic stress, active burnout, and crisis mode, you can understand why it's so important for us to know about this and be able to stop it before it really gets too late. Now, let me know, have you ever experienced burnout? Have you experienced any of these 5 phases? Are you in any of these phases? Have you been there and you were able to get out and you're like, thank you, Jesus? If so, leave this in the comment. If you're experiencing those 5 phases now, look in the comments. We will lead a guide for you, and it's a free download for you to just start to get you into the first few steps for you to get out of burnout. Because burnout is something that it doesn't discriminate. It does not discriminate. So if you would like to continue learning about this, leave a comment. Let me know. I'll be leaving information every week. So like and subscribe to this video. I'm Dr. Beckford, and guess what? I'm here to help you beat burnout. I'll see you next time on our next video.